What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 2.71%, 706 the low, 732 the high, and 82.1 million shares being traded, 89.1 is the average. So today's a fairly heavy volume day. As you can kind of see, most recently, it just got dragged down, and that was because of the Fed decision rate. So 25 basis points did come out. Of course, I think the market already priced that in. This is why you're seeing a little bit of a pullback across the board, but this is proof that NIO does get influenced by algorithmic trading, because if you think about it, that 25 basis point cut doesn't really affect NIO at all. Only thing that did come out associated to NIO today was this right here. So NIO did announce the completion of that 1.16 billion equity offering at a price of $5.57. So pretty good stuff. This isn't really a good reason to buy NIO nor sell. It's already been now factored into the stock price. Only thing that I did want to bring up that was posted late last night was this. So I think I kind of brought this up a couple days back. I think it was brought up initially and then quashed as far as a rumor, but it looks like it's back on. So NIO has received about 100,000 cancelable orders associated to the ES8, and this is coming from Deutsche Bank. So kind of interesting, right? If true, then that would be a huge, massive catalyst for NIO. And you can kind of see how it was originally brought up September the 14th. And for those of you that have been watching a lot of my videos, technically shorts since that time frame have been returning a massive amount. So just Thursday and Friday last week, shorts returned about 38 million shares. Interestingly enough, same is happening today. So shorts are returning 11.31 million shares. 9.28% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 143.39 million shares overall are being shorted. So short interest has not been this low since October 2023. And I've been covering NIO for a very long time, and this is long past due. Cost to borrow average 1.13, so kind of low for that. Cost to borrow minimum is negative. So that does mean that there is broker or brokers physically paying people to short NIO. Clearly, it's not really working all too well, but nonetheless, good to see shorts returning 11.3 million shares. Looking at the options, 22 million in calls, 4.09 in puts, and then 58% of all the options being done are bullish in nature. Coming from the bull standpoint, there's a consensus for it to be above $8 by this Friday. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub 7. So the fact that we are at 720 or now 719, definitely a lot more upside is anticipated. So kind of interesting on a side note how NIO is getting dragged down. Just to give you a quick overview of the flow, still a lot of algorithmic trading. One thing to take note of though is that you are seeing a lot of hedge funds also buying, because one thing I've brought up in the past is whenever you see a stock in the green, but yet you see the outflow greater than the inflow, that does mean that hedge funds are buying, and that is primarily through the Darkpool. And so these are all the transactions on the Darkpool today. So very popular exchange, as you can kind of see. Nothing significant over 1 million, as you can kind of see right there, but nonetheless pretty good stuff. A lot of articles as well bringing up the most recent analyst ratings. So there was a couple that did come out yesterday that was posted, both bullish, mind you, and both were upgrades. UBS, Paul, who has a 70% success rating, did give a buy rating, as well as Roth MKM. So good stuff. A lot of bullish ratings. So 850, 850, and then $8. And most likely, if these rumors are accurate, because unless the company does address it directly, I'd say that this is more of a rumor rather than anything. But yeah, I think that'll prompt a whole new level of analyst ratings, most likely double digits. But I think there must be some validity to this, because shorts, they are returning a ton of shares, and possibly this could be the main reason why. So yeah, good stuff. Most likely there'll be a nice continued hype over the next couple trading days associated to the NIO day, so that should be a pretty good catalyst. Right now with a 720, it is trading between this R2 and this R1. 680 is going to be that strong support, hasn't been touched today and most likely won't be touched. And then 738 is that next strong target slash resistance. Kind of bounced off of that general area somewhat, so going into the next couple trading days, just watch for that. But in my opinion, I do feel higher highs are coming. Even looking at this market position, you don't really see that much in sellers, willing sellers. A couple of gaps as well. So NIO's moved up quite fast in a short time span. So you could see some consolidation to that 680, which does match with that 680 fib level. But even still, if it does, I think that'll just make for a very strong support level, bounce off of that and really move higher. Looking at the stochastic RSI, because of everything, you see it kind of on the high end, but still not really overbought just yet. So I think big things might be coming for NIO, and most likely that would result in a new 52-week high. One thing as well I just want to bring up, so far looks like the range is 3.7%. So I think there's more and more day traders and swing traders getting involved with NIO, and most likely given the amount of volatility, that should continue. So let me know your thoughts on NIO in the comments below. Are you buying? Are you selling? What's your kind of general thoughts with all of that? For those of you that did tune into my small account challenge, I actually did close my $7 covered call. So I did that when it was at like 680. Just wanted to give you a quick update. And yeah, I'm still all in on NIO, so I'm pretty good decision if you think about it. I did also sell, I guess, Open Door to buy the NIO. So both stocks are actually doing fairly good. But yeah, I think NIO long term should really continue to move higher and make new 52-week highs. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Have you been dabbling with options? I know a lot of people don't really like options. Maybe it's just this information is just too daunting. But I definitely recommend a lot of individuals to take the time to research it, because for those individuals that did buy calls when NIO was at the like $3 range or even at the $4, even though the stock price has gone up like 2x for the most part, those individuals that bought straight calls, that's probably up like 10x. So as far as a return on investment, I think options always win. And that's if, again, you get the timing right and orientation of where it might be going. But I do believe that NIO is on the verge of just a full-on breakout. So let me know your general thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And then one final thing, if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, pop over to my Patreon, link in the description below and also comments. I put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, so worthwhile to kind of pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.